The atmosphere was tense after the shocking defeat to Galatasaray, and the spotlight quickly turned toward the dressing room. When head coach Arne Slot spoke to the media, his words were calm but pointed. Without naming a single player directly, he made it clear that defensive mistakes had played a major role in the loss. For many fans and reporters, the message seemed obvious. The responsibility, at least partly, appeared to fall on the shoulders of captain Virgil van Dijk. The Dutch defender, known for his composure and leadership, didn't stay silent for long. After the match, Van Dijk stepped forward to face the media, determined to address the growing speculation. Standing calmly but with visible frustration, he acknowledged that the defeat was painful, not just for the team but for the supporters who expected much more. He explained that football is a game of moments, and sometimes one mistake can change the entire story of a match. However, he made it clear that the blame could never rest on one player alone. Van Dijk admitted that the defense could have handled certain situations better, especially during the key moments when Galatasaray found space and punished them with clinical finishing. But he also reminded reporters that football is a collective effort. Attacks begin with defenders, and defending begins with attackers. When something goes wrong, the responsibility belongs to the entire team. The captain also spoke about the pressure that comes with leadership. As one of the most experienced players on the pitch, he knows that criticism will always come his way when results go badly. Instead of avoiding it, he accepted that responsibility comes with wearing the armband. Still, he emphasized that pointing fingers too quickly can damage a team's unity, especially during difficult periods of the season. Inside the dressing room, according to Van Dijk, the conversation was honest but constructive. Players spoke openly about what went wrong, from misplaced passes to poor positioning during crucial defensive phases. Rather than creating division, the captain insisted that the defeat had actually strengthened the team's determination to improve. He also showed respect toward Arne Slot, saying that the coach's comments were not meant to attack individuals but to push the team to a higher standard. According to Van Dijk, Slot demands accountability from every player, including himself. That expectation, he said, is part of what drives successful teams forward. Fans reacted strongly on social media, with many defending the captain and others debating whether the defensive line should have performed better. But Van Dijk seemed unfazed by the noise outside the club. For him, the only thing that mattered was how the team responded on the pitch in the next match. As the interview ended, Van Dijk delivered a message that sounded less like a defense of himself and more like a promise to supporters. He said that setbacks are part of football, but great teams are defined by how they respond to them. The loss to Galatasaray, he insisted, would not define their season. Instead, it would serve as a lesson, one that the entire squad would learn from together.